power is not seized in the light of day. It is crafted in silence, under the veil of misdirection. The one who reveals his true intentions becomes a pawn in a larger game, a fool surrounded by predators who now know where to strike. To outsmart anyone, your first commandment must be this: conceal your intentions, not just from your enemies, but from your allies, your friends, your lovers, and even your own reflection, until the moment comes to act. What they cannot see, they cannot predict. What they cannot predict, they cannot prevent. People are governed by their assumptions. Let them believe what they wish to believe. If they think you are harmless, weak, or naive, let them. Their underestimation is your armor. It gives you freedom to move undetected. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them believe they are ahead. Every time they guess your motives wrong, your advantage grows. Reveal just enough to build comfort. Distract them with irrelevant gestures, false ambition, staged failure, sudden humility. Feign disinterest when you hunger most. Act surprised when victory is in your grasp. Deception is not the absence of truth, it is the management of attention. Make them look east while you prepare in the west. Speak of peace as you prepare for war. Talk of loyalty as you plan to cut the cord. This is not betrayal, this is survival. In the game of power, transparency is suicide. The more you show, the more you bleed. If people see your real ambition, they will unite against it. If they glimpse your end game, they will sabotage it. Even those close to you will envy your vision, fear your rise, and strike to prevent their own irrelevance. Keep your steps hidden behind 1,000 shadows. Speak one ambition while working on another. Feed the world a mask they can worship while you carve your path beneath it. You must become the fog. Those who approach you should feel they understand you, only to realize too late that they were always blind. Cloak your desire in false virtue. Wear the robes of humility, generosity, and patience. But beneath that fabric, sharpen your ambition into a blade. When others ask about your plans, give them riddles. When they offer advice, nod politely and ignore it. When they press for clarity, give them contradictions. Let confusion be your guard dog. Let doubt keep them distant. You are not obligated to share your mind. The most dangerous mind is the one no one sees coming. What is hidden cannot be stopped. What is cloaked cannot be dismantled. Move like smoke, undetectable, formless, and ever-shifting. Let your opponents act on wrong information. Let your rivals react to ghosts. Guide them with false trails. Then strike when their attention is somewhere else. They will call it cunning, manipulation, deception. Let them. You are not here to be admired. You are here to win. People do not see the world as it is. They see it as it appears. This is the great flaw of human nature. And your greatest weapon: control perception, and you control their reality. Appearances shape belief. Belief shapes behavior. If you can make them believe, you can make them obey. And in this obedience lies your dominance. You do not need to be noble. You only need to seem noble. You do not need to be just. You only need to appear just. The image is more powerful than the truth, because the image is what they act upon. Dress the part, speak the part, carry yourself with the posture of authority, even when you possess none. Humans are drawn to confidence like moths to flame. They follow those who look certain, even if that certainty is false. If you walk into a room and command presence, they will assume you deserve it. Speak slowly, move deliberately, and hold your silence as a blade. Let others reveal themselves in a rush of words, while you remain the mystery they cannot unravel. The crowd worships symbols. They want to be led. They want to be told what to believe. So give them something to believe in. Become the image they desire. The protector, the strategist, the hero, the sage. Wear this image like armor, but never forget, The image is a mask, not your face. Behind the mask, you hold a different truth, one that serves your rise. The mask is what allows you to move unchallenged. It gives you access to loyalty, affection, trust, tools to be used, not honored. Let your enemies underestimate you by choice. If they think you are kind, use that kindness as a trap. If they think you are weak, show fear to make them reckless. If they think you are righteous, let them sleep beside you with their guard down. Appear humble when you are scheming. Appear loyal when you are building your escape. Appear lost when you are drawing them into a snare. The strongest weapon is not steel or gold. It is misdirection. Control the story they tell about you. If they see you as the builder, the team player, the quiet servant of the cause, then they will never suspect you are the architect of their defeat. Speak highly of others to conceal your contempt. Praise your rivals to disarm their suspicion. Publicly accept blame to draw attention away from your maneuvering. When the moment comes to strike, they will not even know where the blow came from. That is the art of appearance. That is the path to invisible power. Let others chase truth while you master illusion. Let them dig for facts while you bury them in performance. The truth is only dangerous if it is seen, but perception moves armies, wins loyalties, builds empires. It does not matter who you are, it only matters who they think you are. Every man carries within him a weakness, a flaw buried beneath pride, beneath anger, beneath confidence. No one is immune. The strong pretend they have none. The weak display theirs like a badge, but all have them. Cracks in their armor, invisible unless you learn to see. Your power begins where their weakness lies. Find it, exploit it, and they are yours. This is not cruelty. This is calculation. You do not win by strength alone. You win by targeting the softest point with the sharpest edge. Study them, not their strengths, but their doubts. Do they hunger for validation? Feed them compliments until they rely on your approval. Do they fear failure? Set them up for it subtly, then offer to help them recover. Do they seek control? Let them believe they have it, while you hold the reins behind the curtain. Human nature is your battlefield. Their desires, their fears, their addictions. These are not moral failings. They are doors. All you need is the right key. Vanity is the most common gate to control. Praise them not because they deserve it, but because it chains them to your opinion. Make your admiration rare, and they will chase it like dogs starved for meat. Give them a glimpse of your approval, then withdraw. Watch how quickly they begin to need you. If someone is obsessed with their reputation, whisper rumors into the right ears. If they are desperate to be loved, offer affection like a poison, sweet, slow, and binding. Even those who appear untouchable bleed behind closed doors. The loudest are often the most insecure. The angriest often the most afraid. Do not attack directly. Probe gently, listen more than you speak. Let them talk long enough and they will expose the fault line. Then, all that remains is pressure, applied not with force, but precision. You do not destroy a fortress by assaulting its walls. You destroy it by rotting the foundation, brick by brick. Never confront them where they are strong. Lead them where they are weak. If a man prides himself on his logic, bait him with emotion. If a woman thrives on independence, offer her dependency disguised as partnership. If your rival leaves for praise, withhold it. Their strength is often a disguise for their most hidden insecurity. Break the image they have built of themselves, and you shatter their sense of control. Once you have found the weakness, protect it like a secret weapon. Do not reveal that you know it. Use it quietly, repeatedly. Make them trust you as the only one who sees them and does not judge. Become the only hand that soothes the wound you secretly keep open. The more they rely on you, the less free they become. Power is not always taken by force. Often, it is handed to the one who understands the wound better than the one who bears it. Power is not maintained by hesitation. It is seized through timing, precision, and the willingness to strike when others are still calculating. The difference between dominance and defeat is often a single moment acted upon or missed. While others wait for permission, for certainty, for the perfect conditions, you must be ready to move without warning. The decisive strike does not announce itself. It does not linger in doubt. It does not offer second chances. It arrives like a storm and leaves no time for defense. This is the law of advantage. Act first, and you dictate the terms. Those who wait too long are devoured by those who don't. The world does not pause for the hesitant. You must learn to read the signs: hesitation in your enemy's eyes, cracks in their alliance, fear in their silence, and move before they even know they're vulnerable. Delay is a luxury you cannot afford. Your enemy must feel your presence not as a gradual rise, but as a sudden and absolute shift. One moment, you are invisible. The next, you are in control. Do not mistake aggression for recklessness. The strike must be calculated, but once it is ready, it must be delivered without mercy. A slow blade invites resistance. A fast cut leaves confusion. The shock of speed is often more powerful than the blow itself. It disorients. It silences doubt. It eliminates the possibility of retaliation. When you move, make it irreversible. Make it so fast, so brutal, that your target has no time to respond, only to obey. People believe power comes from planning. But planning alone is sterile without the will to execute. The difference between the master and the fool is not who thought more, but who acted first. A plan is a weapon only if used. Most never draw it. They revise, they hesitate, they ask for more time. By the time they are ready, the moment has passed, and someone more ruthless has taken their place. Strike when your enemy is resting. Strike when they are celebrating. Strike when they believe the danger has passed. Never reveal your approach. Mask your intentions behind diplomacy, friendship, even loyalty. Let them believe you are one of them. Nurture their false confidence. When the blow comes, let it be a betrayal so swift, so total, that their mind cannot comprehend what has happened until it is over. That confusion is power. That silence is your victory. You must train your mind to override hesitation. The instinct to wait, to think again, to reconsider. That is the death of all opportunity. There is no perfect time. There is only now and never. Study those who rise. They do not rise because they are the best. They rise because they acted when others froze. Every empire was built not on permission, but on the audacity to move forward when others stepped back. You must become the force that disrupts, not the one that reacts. When the door opens, even a crack, do not knock. Break through. Alliances are not built on loyalty. They are built on necessity. The moment that necessity ends, so does the alliance. To believe otherwise is to invite betrayal with open arms. Trust is not a bond. It is a tool, a currency you offer to secure obedience, not affection. Use allies as you would use any instrument, precisely, temporarily, and without attachment. They are not your equals. They are assets. When they serve your purpose, they are valuable. When they do not, they are disposable. The fatal mistake of many is to confuse cooperation with friendship. They bind themselves emotionally to those who should only be means to an end. But emotion clouds judgment. It makes you forgive what should be punished, tolerate what should be removed. Keep your emotions in chains and your alliances in cages. Do not speak of loyalty. Do not expect it. Assume everyone around you would betray you if it suited them. This is not paranoia. It is clarity. Give your allies just enough to keep them loyal, praise, reward, protection, but never give them power. Never allow them to grow beyond your control. A subordinate who believes he is your equal will eventually test your strength. Keep them dependent. If they need your protection, they will never question your authority. If they need your resources, they will never abandon your cause. Dependency is stronger than loyalty. It does not require belief, only survival. Divide those who serve you. Never let them become too close to each other. Unity among allies is a danger. If they conspire together, they will realize they do not need you. Feed them different versions of the truth. Reward them unevenly. Stir rivalry quietly, and play mediator in their conflicts. When each one sees the other as a threat, they will look to you for guidance. You become the center of balance, the one force holding them together. That is control. Do not let guilt prevent you from discarding a once useful ally. Loyalty to the obsolete is loyalty to weakness. When an ally has served their purpose, remove them cleanly. Do not wait for them to turn against you. Anticipate their ambitions. If they show signs of independence, crush it early either through fear, isolation, or silence. A threat allowed to grow becomes a rival. A rival left unchecked becomes a master. Sometimes you must raise others up to achieve your goals. That is acceptable, but only if they never forget who put them there. Keep a leash on their success. Let them taste victory, but make sure it comes from your hand. That way, they remain grateful, indebted, controlled. If they begin to believe their success is their own, remind them quietly who owns the ladder they climbed. You do not need to be loved. You need to be feared, respected, and needed. Love fades, need endures. As long as they believe they cannot win without you, they will never try. The world is not ruled by those who play fair, but by those who play well. To outsmart anyone, you must stop thinking like the prey and start moving like the predator. Conceal your true intent behind a mask they never question. Shape their perception until they no longer trust their own instincts. Find their weakness and make it your weapon. Strike not with hesitation, but with precise, ruthless timing, and use others not as companions, but as tools, temporary, expendable, replaceable. This is not cruelty, this is clarity. Power does not belong to the loudest, the kindest, or the most righteous. It belongs to the one who understands how to bend people, time, and opportunity to his will without ever revealing his hand. Be silent, be strategic, be unseen until the moment arrives, and when it does, let the world realize too late that you were always in control.